What we used to do with bid caps, and this is why I'm doing an updated video, coming into Black Friday and even during Black Friday, bid caps will be your most powerful asset to scale profitably. Now, before we get into it, I just want to preface by saying my name is Manny. I've been in e-com for the last 14 years, and after selling $100 million worth of products online, I'm here to share with you everything I've learned so that I can help you grow in the e-commerce space. Okay, now, today, what I'm going to be talking about is bid caps, one of my favorite topics, and I know a lot of you that watch my content love bid caps as well and are trying to implement them or want to know how to better implement them. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you one of my brand's ad accounts, okay? And I'll show you quickly the setup where we're running so that you're able to try this out in your own ad account, or if you do need help with it, contact me in the Calendly link below, okay? Now, this brand is in the health and wellness space, okay? So what I wanted to show you is this. We have 3 different campaigns here. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and explain why I've set it up this way and why it's beneficial for our brand in the most simplistic way, okay? So we've got a bid cap campaign, bid cap, okay? So 3 different bid caps. Now, each of these campaigns here has a budget of $30,000, okay? And within each of these campaigns are multiple different ad sets. So in this one, we have 52 ad sets. In this one here, we have 78 ad sets. Okay, now, if I just show you over the last let's go the last 30 days, you'll notice that these campaigns have spent about 90K, 71, and 17K. Okay, now obviously this campaign here, this one here is our biggest market. And we've achieved a $61 CPA, and we're sitting at above a 3x across all of our different campaigns, right? Now, our goal as a business is to acquire new customers above 3x. So this strategy has really allowed us to scale profitably, and we really haven't had any down weeks where we've fallen into the red ever since we launched this new brand, which is only around 6 to 7 months old, okay? What's important here, guys, and what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna set up a campaign with you to show you what I'm doing, okay? If you want to set this up, you go into sales. Now, when you're in sales, we'll just call this AU, bid cap, CBO, excluding purchases. Okay, now, what you want to do is set up your CBO campaign budget, okay? Now, here, you're going to inflate the budget, okay? Because when it comes to campaign bid strategy, we're actually going to be selecting other and then bid cap, right? Now, let me quickly talk you through these different ad account styles or bidding methods so that you understand what they are and how they work. So highest volume or value is when you're giving Facebook this budget. So this $9,000 budget here, we're giving that to Meta and we're saying, go out and get me the most amount of conversions that you can for that amount of money, okay? Now, the second one here is cost per result goal. Now, this is also called a cost cap. You may have seen people say cost cap. This is basically where you're giving Meta a target CPA, and on a 7-day window, it should average out around that CPA. ROAS goal is when you are giving Meta a minimum ROAS to hit. So it could be 3x, 4x, whatever it is. And then we have bid cap, which is when you're giving Facebook a certain dollar figure and you're saying this is the maximum amount of money I want you to bid in the auction. Okay, so we're going to select bid cap for this one. This is what I wanted to show you guys and why it's important. Now, let's just call this ad set 1, okay? Now, what we used to do with bid caps, and this is why I'm doing an updated video, is we used to put in 1 creative per ad set. But what we're actually doing now is grouping creatives. And the reason for that is because we want the ad set to get out of learning faster. And what we're finding is that our ad sets weren't getting out of learning fast enough or enough ad sets, and we only had 1 ad in them. So within the ad set, you want to put about 30 to 50 creatives, consolidate it. Now, personally, I don't think it matters too much if you have different products in there or different angles or whatever. Like, Meta really wants consolidation at the moment. So for us, we're putting in similar products in there, but slightly different angles as well with a mixture of UGC, video, static, review, etc. whitelist. It doesn't really matter. As long as that ad set gets out of learning, it's going to perform well, okay? Then here, we've got our bid amount, so you would put your bid. The way to set your bid is to literally put in the maximum amount you would want to pay for a customer. Okay, so you don't have to overcomplicate this. You don't have to set it at break even, this and that, whatever it is. Set it at the maximum amount that you want to spend on a customer. So let's just put 100 AD, okay? Now, make sure as well that you're excluding your customers, if that's something that your brand does, For a couple of my brands, we don't exclude customers, but for some, I know it's very important. So that's enough on that. Okay, so then within the BidCap campaign, like I said, we've got all our different ad sets. Now, what I want to show you is this. If I break down one of my campaigns by the last 30 days within the BidCap, what you'll see is that this ad set here is taking up most of the spend. Now, this is because this is our winners ad set, okay? So all of these ad sets here are basically testing ad sets where we test, I don't know, 2 to 3 ad sets a day, full of 20 to 30 ads, so about 60 creatives a day. What we do is once they've spent enough and they've hit a minimum amount of sales, we actually move the winners into this ad set here, which is now our winners ad set. And with the winners ad set, we're inflating the budget slightly. So if your bids are set at 100 across all of your ad sets, we'll inflate the bid of the winners ad set to 110 or 105, and we'll want Facebook to push most of our budget to that ad set because it's a proven winner. The reason why this video is labeled Black Friday is because I personally think coming into Black Friday and even during Black Friday, BidCaps will be your most powerful asset to scale profitably. Okay, keyword is profitably. Now, the reason for that is because if you've got your bid set at a profitable level, you've got really good ads that you've been testing, and what you should be doing is taking those winning creatives and slapping your Black Friday messaging on it. If you're doing that in a BidCap setup and you've already got some consistent spending with BidCaps, then your ads are gonna hammer during Q4. Okay, now, and all we need to do as marketers during Q4 is then monitor the budget. We don't have to adjust the budget because we're running BidCaps, and that's why we run what's called the inflated bid setup, okay, with this big juicy number here. So basically what we'll do on Black Friday is set this to 100K a day for each campaign. And then if the results are tracking nicely, we'll increase the budget of the campaign throughout the day. So basically surf scaling it. But again, we're not gonna be manually controlling it. Facebook will be picking up the demand and spending for us, okay? So guys, I'm gonna leave it here. Lovely to see you all again. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.